This must be the control unit. I have 1,000 questions now. So maybe it's time to bring in the designers. Well, I'm here with Gordon Wagner, Chief Head of Design at Daimler. Was that correct?
Chief Design Officer.
That was almost correct. Chief Design Officer. But the most important thing is that, Gordon, this car is something you authorized. What's the vision behind this car? What's it supposed to be?
We wanted to create a vehicle that is not alien to its environment, that's almost a part of the ecosystem of the environment. And we actually didn't want to create a vehicle. It should be almost something like a living organism.
I think you succeeded in that because it doesn't really feel like a car anymore. Except it has 4 wheels.
Actually, it can crash sideways.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
30 degrees sideways. Because we didn't want to have conventional wheels. These wheels, they look more like an animal paw, like soft and gentle.
When you look at this car, what is it that you see as a designer?
First of all, I think it looks very futuristic thanks to that super futuristic proportion. We wanted to create something that is very efficient looking, something that is almost like bio-design in harmony with nature. So it goes very gentle through the wind. From the materials, there's a lot of recycled materials. We have the dynamic car, which is fully recycled. We have this Karun wood, which is fast-growing rattan, very sustainable. We have all these fabrics, this ocean waste plastic. So from the material side, yeah, this is completely sustainable. And of course, our vision is the 100% sustainable car, and that car should embody this. Should we sit inside?
Yeah, let's do that.
You want to go on the outside?
Yeah, sure.
So actually the first moment is that wake-up moment when you enter the car and the car wakes up. So you see all these light strips, they come alive, and then you start that merge moment and you connect with this merge device here. And of course you can steer the car forward, backward, left and right, and then when you want to grab sideways, you tilt that.
So there's a sensor in there as well?
Yeah, and actually if you see it, it goes up and down like the car is breathing, and then it boots up and you see the screen. And now we are actually flying through the world of Pandora. And this is so cool about this project as we are stepping even out of the car industry and go into a different industry or merge it with a different industry. In this case, entertainment, one of the biggest entertainment companies. And for me, I see Mercedes not really as a car brand. I see it as a leading luxury brand. In fact, we want to make it the most loved luxury brand. And projects like that with corporations from other fields bring us so much more inspiration that we can elevate what we do to a different level.
Can we drive?
Let's go and drive. Let's take it out for a spin.
And you haven't driven it before?
No.
It's your first time in it?
Well, let's move it slightly forward, okay? We are rolling.
Yeah, but steering wheels are so last year.
So we can try tramping mode a little bit. Whoa! So now the cool thing is, the co-driver can take over. So you have it, just try it. It's so cool.
So, Vera, you were the head designer, lead designer on the user experience of the car, right?
Yes, correct. I'm the Director of Advanced User Experience Design.
Exactly, that's you. So when I saw it, the first time I saw it, and I went over to it, and I had this feeling that it was trying to communicate with me, with the flaps and the lights and all. So that was your department.
Correct. So everything what you see and hear, we did.
So when I get into my 2020 Mercedes, there's a lot of linguatronic. You can talk with the car.
Yes.
This one, you don't talk with it.
No, here we don't talk
with it.
Yes, it's imagine once you talk with a car, it's more issue and command. We want to reduce this idea and say, hey, this element is more like a skin of ourselves, like a digital membrane of ourselves. which influence us and can provide us an amplified experience to our outside world. We have a more dialogue-based system, and of course machine learning already can do a lot of things, but we are trying to really that this living organism is starting approaching the human and not we as a human approaching a machine, which is very different.
Should we go inside?
Yes, let's do it.
You want to sit in which way?
I don't care. Both is fine. We can steer the car from both sides.
True. I'll take the other one.
Cool.
We go then.
So what do we see? We see no steering wheel, we see no buttons, we see no touch screen, no pedals.
No.
But in the middle console, we see a device, we call it watch control.
Mm-hmm.
And what we see, it's pulsating. And once you want to connect with the machine, we put down our hand.
What happens in my seat?
And you feel the vibration in the seat of the exciters, you feel the heartbeat, it's my heartbeat now, and now we are connected to the system. So normally you as a human, you approach the car. So you steer the steering wheel, you touch a screen, you issue a command, but we did it very differently in the Vision ABTR. In the Vision ABTR, you lift your hand and icons are projected onto your skin. I'm not touching the display anymore or pushing a button.
No.
But what I do is, I raise my hand, you can do the same thing on your side, and then I move left and right, and you see that icons are projected onto my skin, onto my palm. So all your senses are triggered, not only the visual one, but also the haptic one and the acoustic one. And then let's go to Pandora.
Yeah.
Shall I close it?
Yeah.
Then we select the Benji maybe. And you see how this gets pinkish. And now you look through the eyes of this Benji, you feel a heartbeat, and you see what the Benji would see. In this sense, this experience that the car is really starting approaching you with interface is very new and unique, and it hasn't been done before.